marijuana, bro. It's not even addictive. It's marijuana. It's grass. It's you roll before you get somebody killed. And I'm over here. And if I get out this car, I'm running towards her. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your favorite girl, Diva, and I'm back at it again with the back at it again. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe before you go any further in my video. I'll wait. And also like this video if you want more story times from me, because I got plenty to give. I know you clicked on this video because you've seen that title, I guess. This story time, not only is it lengthy, but it's worth the wait. Like, it's worth it. It is very juicy story, and I hope you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Honestly, this is the first time I've ever had an issue like this. So it's so mind-boggling to me. Like, I just have to tell somebody who's not gonna wanna fight that person for me, because I wanted to fight that person for me, but I still want to. I ain't even gonna lie, but I was gonna say I'm glad I didn't, but I'm just glad I didn't go to jail. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell the story. So the story starts off in Orlando. Me, my significant other, his best friend, and his best friend's girlfriend, they're talking. So, and in this video, I'm gonna do my best to not look at the viewfinder, but look at the camera. So, me, my boyfriend, his best friend, and his best friend's significant other all decided to take a road trip last week, or the week before last, October. We decided to take a road trip to Orlando, from Orlando to Savannah, from Savannah to Beaufort, South Carolina, from South Carolina to Charleston, South Carolina, and back home, I guess. So we start the trip off going up to Orlando. Like I said, we had a little issue with the hotel, which I'm still gonna post my vlogs. You'll see the issue that we had in the hotel, but I'll give you a little background on it. We went to Orlando, we had a little issue with the hotel. The issue with the hotel was, I guess, the boys booked it. That was the issue with the hotel. The guys booked it, and they didn't really like me. If I book something, I'm looking at the reviews. I'm looking at like everything. What's the area? What's around it? They didn't look at none of that. They seen the price. They swiped through a few pics, and then I just paid for it. And I was like, the day before, I went online just to I don't even know why I did it. I was just looking, and then I seen some comments that was like, this hotel doesn't even exist. This hotel sucks. This hotel isn't real. Blah, blah, blah. So pretty much that was the hotel mishap. But either way, we got past that. So we took two separate cars, which was my idea, because I know how I am. If I'm somewhere and I'm ready to leave, I'm ready to leave. Like, I don't want to be sitting on, like you said, we leaving at this time, and I don't like to wait for people, and I know that. If I'm waiting on you, I'm gonna have an attitude. So I like to have my car, or a way to take me out of any situation. I don't know, it's just me, whatever. Moving on, we get to Orlando, we get to the hotel, and we're pretty much waiting on them because they haven't left their home yet. So we waiting on them. I guess my significant other decides to take a nap, and I shower and just start putting outfits together for what I think we're about to do. And they get up a little later, a few hours later. So now it's probably 8 o'clock. We finna get ready to go, I guess, eat, and then after eating, we're gonna go out. But I guess I'm gonna give her a name. We're gonna call her, what should we call her? We're gonna call her Dakota. The other guy we could call him K. So me, my boyfriend, I'm getting ready. I'm showering, getting my clothes on, blah, blah, blah. So we're ready. And we have to, I guess, wait on them to get ready again. So we're all about to leave to go to a restaurant called the Juicy Crab. We all ate, first of all, this was the one thing that kind of like, I was like, you so distasteful. But anyways, so we at the restaurant, we sitting down. I keep looking at the viewfinder, so I'm gonna just probably look at that. We at the restaurant, sitting down, and the lady comes over, and we're all ordering, and she goes, she was talking about like spicy, blah, blah, blah. So she goes, and she's not white, mind you. She's not black either, mind you. Dakota says, is it white people spicy or is it spicy? Like, is it like white people spicy? And I'm just like if it's a black lady and I'm me and I'm just like, is it like seasoned, like we like it? Or is it like white people season it? Like, yeah, that's something that you could do with another person that's like y'all here. But y'all are not here. You do not know this lady from a hole in the wall. Like, and nobody at the table thought it was funny except for the nigga that was sitting next to you, because he's gonna eat your cooch tonight. So, yeah, moving on. But I didn't say anything, because to me, I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure I'm extra nice to this lady so she don't spit in my food. I'm gonna let her spit in yours. So I just made sure I was super nice. We moved past that, whatever. So, leaving the restaurant, like, we was getting our bags. My man was paying for my stuff, or our stuff. And I told him, I was like, hey, I'm really cold. Like I said, it was freezing in there. And I wasn't wearing no long sleeve, nothing. I was like, I'm cold, I'm finna go in the car and get my blanket. And I'll wait for y'all. And I'm gonna pull it, like, I'm gonna just pretty much go to the car, start it, pull it up, and wait for y'all to come out, because it was so cold. And I was like, I'll be back. So I said to the girl, I was like, hey, I'm finna go to the car, you wanna come? And she was like, yeah. I was like, all right. So I'm starting walking out, going to the car, I cut it on, find my blanket, and I pull up. She's like obviously in the passenger seat. I pull up to the front of the restaurant. So that passion fruit juice is hitting. Anyways, we pull up to the front, and me and her like kicking it in the car, like literally, we kicking it in the car, talking, chitting, chatting, and she like proceeds to blaze up, light her blunt, and I'm just like, don't like that. She had already lit it and like inhaled, and I hurried up and let the window down. I was like, hurried up. I was like, hey, hurry up and blow that out. I don't like, cause we were in a rental, and there was literally 5 no smoking signs in the front seat alone. So I said, hurry up and blow that out the window. I don't know if he wants us to smoke in the car, my boyfriend. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, just blow it out the window, hurry up and blow it out the window. And I was like, yeah, we didn't talk about that. Cause him and I talked about smoking etiquette. Smoking etiquette. Are we smoking with people tonight? And I'll be like, I'm not sharing tonight. And he'll be like, okay, make sure that the blunt I take out is the blunt that we keep between each other. He's not passing it, and he knows that. Like, so if somebody asks, he already knows in his head. He's not gonna look at me. He's gonna say, no, we're not sharing. This is ours. Like, me the same. Like, no, we're not sharing. This is ours. And usually, I'm not one to share. I'm more than likely one to bring you one, so I don't have to be like, nah, it's mine. But I'll be like, here you go. You can own this. Do with that what you will, and I got mine. I'm the type of person, like, if you come over, I'll have you some party favors for yourself, because I don't want your germs. Like, that's always how I've been. But anyways, I don't even know how I even got to that. So the boys come back into the car, and she was like, oh, I want to sit with you. You want me to sit up here with you? I was like, no, girl, I want to sit with my man. You go in the back and sit with yours. And she was like, okay. And I was like, okay. Anyway, we're leaving. We're going downtown Orlando, right? Mind you, Orlando. We live in Florida, okay? We live in Florida. People do a lot of crazy things, especially in Orlando. It's a party town, party city. Like, so I'm trying to make sure I'm focused on the, oh my gosh, I didn't even tell you guys about the highway before we even were going to the restaurant. So on our way down to the restaurant, getting off of the ramp, I'm coming a nice 50 miles per hour off of this ramp, 50 to 40 to 30. And I see like there's a light and I see this guy standing right under the light, holding up this sign. I don't know what it says, but right now, you know, like in this time right now, stuff is a little weird and I'm very paranoid. So there's this guy standing in the middle of the road, like right under the light, and I'm like going so fast, and I'm just like, at first I think I'm tripping, so I don't say nothing. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, do I really see that? And I'm like trying to, like, I'm slowing down, trying to talk myself out of it. And my man says, you see that guy, slow down, you see that guy under the light? And I'm just like, okay, so you see it too? And he's like, yeah, I was like, what should I do? He's like, just slow down. And I'm like, okay. So in my head, I'm just like, bruh, this is reminding me of The Purge. I'm freaking out. Like even right now, like my heart is beating fast just thinking about it, because it freaked me out so bad. Like he was just standing there, like he wasn't moving. Like, so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dang, bro, I'm really about to hit this man. I'm really finna kill somebody today. Like, cause in my head, I'm like, it's either me or you, and it's not finna be me. Let's keep it real. It's not finna be me. It's never finna be me. Like, but if it's me or you, it's finna be you. Like, then I'm like, but I wasn't getting out of the car, obviously. Like, I'm just like, okay, easing up. So I ease up to the light. This guy starts to walk around the car. And all I can think in my head is The Purge. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm finna kill this man. Like, if he get back in front of this car, I'm gonna run him over. Like, I'll give him a tap to be like, hey, I'm serious. Like, you need to move. And if he doesn't move, I'm gonna proceed. But he started to walk around the car, and as he's on this side, Dakota's in the, like, sitting right here. This is me driving, man, her significant, well, his best friend and her. So she lets her window down while he's walking this side, and goes, get your mother out the road before you get somebody killed. And I'm over here scrambling because I'm freaking out at this point, because now that's something that shouldn't even be happening. So you putting your window down, I don't even care about you at this point. I'm thinking about me, because what if he tries to get in this car? Why is your window down? So I'm scrambling over here trying to accidentally crack this window. Like, and then I'm like, okay, because I'm in a rental car. It's not my car, mind you. I don't know the functions, and it was a 2021, baby. We was, So I'm like, I made sure the doors was locked, trying to let her window up, and thank God the light turned green. Thank God it turned green. So I just drove off. At that point, he was like probably by the trunk, but my man was like, let your window up. Like, what are you doing? And he was, I don't even know if he said anything. He was probably like some wimpy stuff, like, babe, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, in my head, like, I didn't say anything. But in my head, I'm like, you telling this man to get out of the road before he get us killed. But you could have very well just got all 4 of us killed. He could have either one, like I said, decided to jump in this car because he's homeless and has nothing to lose. Going to jail for him would probably be a sanctuary. You get free food and a place to lay your head at night. So, or he could have grabbed you by your neck or your ponytail, yoked you out of the car, and he would have had to get out. And because my man's best friend would have been getting out of the car, my man then would have had to get out of the car. And because my man's getting out of the car, I don't care about the 2 of y'all. Y'all on your own jerk faces. And because he's getting out of the car, now I have to get out of the car. You see how that works? So all 5 of us on that highway ramp could have gotten killed because of your stupidity. Why would you let the window down? I don't get it. But I digress, because I kept that, I said that in my head, like I was really arguing. I was going ham in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. Went to the restaurant. Now fast forward back to us driving downtown. We were supposed to go to, I think, Old Town. You know where the Orlando Slingshot area is. We were supposed to go over there, but because I guess they didn't get to Orlando in time and they took a little longer to get ready, it was closing in like an hour and it was gonna take us 20 minutes to get there. So it didn't really make sense to go anymore. So we all agreed, or the guys all agreed, that we would go back to the hotel, drink, and I guess kick it. And everybody agreed. So I'm driving, obviously trying to focus because of what had happened before, because that really freaked me out. Trying to focus. It's nearing midnight, and all of a sudden I see a blinding light out of nowhere in the pitch black car, and there's one like stoplight, and there's like people, obviously we're downtown. So I'm like, okay, it'll go away. So I'm like staying focused. I'm like, 3 seconds later, I'm like, what is that? So I'm going in my mind, like, is somebody flashing a light in the car? Because we're downtown. Somebody could easily be being stupid. So 6 seconds go by, and I'm just like, okay, who's flashing this light in this car? And why is nobody saying nothing? So I turn around, and it's Coda. And I'm like, Dakota, cut the light off. Like, she's like, I was like, what are you doing? Cut the light off. So she's like, I'm trying to film this guy on his car. And I was like, if that's what you want to do, I'll pull up to this guy on his car and stop and let you film it or take a picture. And make sure I'm not in there. And she was like, girl, you ain't in my damn video. Nah. Like, it was really that deep. Like, no. You never been driving and your mama say cut the light off in the car because she can't see? Honey, I can't see. And listen, this strike 3 for you. 3. Not counting the first argument we had. And it was your fault. And I'll tell that too. I'm gonna tell that in my second story time on your ass. Moving on. So I pulled up and I let the window down. I said, here, make sure you get your picture, make sure you get your video before the light changes. So she got it, light changes. We go back to the hotel. They all talking. And I'm focusing on driving because, I don't know. And I was on 95, the highway, like, which I should not have even been driving on the highway. So I was focusing on the GPS and the road while they were talking. So I was not even engaging. I was just trying to focus. So we pull up to the hotel, and this I'm laughing because this is literally how it happened. And I was so confused. We pull up to the hotel, right? She hands me back my vape because we passed her a vape because she had to smoke so bad. Like, oh yeah, on 95, she asked my man, she was like, can we smoke in the car? And he was like, nah, this a rental. And it's like no smoking signs in the car. And I don't want my, pretty much, no. Like, it would mess with his deposit, blah, blah, blah. So nah, we can't smoke in the car. She was like, fine, I guess I'll wait till I get back to the hotel and smoke. And now that I'm hearing that, I'm just like, my G, you couldn't wait 15 minutes to smoke marijuana, bro? It's not even addictive. It's marijuana, it's grass, it's plant, it's leaf, it's flower. You couldn't wait 15 minutes until we got out the car to smoke marijuana? Okay. Hands back the vape, held it like it was hers. Didn't pass it back. Didn't, here y'all go. Didn't, here, you want some? None of that. Held it. Okay, so we pull up to the hotel. She gets out of the car, slams the door, goes into her car, and at this point, my boyfriend's best friend is hurry up trying to get out of the car and go after her. And she drives off, going a good 65 miles per hour in the parking lot. Like, how dumb do you look? How dumb do you look? Not only, again, you're putting my boyfriend's best friend at risk, in danger, because if you die, he's gonna be sad. And if he's sad, I'm gonna be sad. Because he's sad. Like, anyways, She drives off, and I'm assuming, like, me and him both assume, like, they're arguing, like, but we didn't hear them arguing about anything in the back. Well, I didn't, because I was driving. I wasn't even talking. I was driving. Like, I didn't hear nothing. So I'm like, I was like, what happened? And he was like, I don't know, but he's like, I'm gonna text them to let us know when they get back. And I was like, oh yeah, and ask can we put our food in their fridge, because we had seafood. And for some reason, our fridge in our hotel room wasn't working. He was like, all right. So long story short, we went to bed because they never texted us back. Woke up the next morning because we were supposed to leave and go to our next destination. So we were already packed and ready to go, and we were waiting on them downstairs by the pool. And my boyfriend got a text from his friend saying that Dakota was mad. And I was like, about what? And he was like, I don't know, I'm trying to find out right now. And he was like, she's mad at you about last night. And I was like, okay, about what? He was like, because you told her to cut the light off in the car. She don't like how you said it to her. And I was like, okay, so why didn't she text me? She has my number. Why didn't she come downstairs to my room? Hey, can I talk to you? Why didn't she wait in the car and let y'all get out and be like, hey, y'all, let me talk to her right quick, blah, 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 y'all go ahead. Ample opportunity, bro. Or when it happened, right when it happened, you could have said, hey, I don't appreciate how you talked to me. Thanks for stopping and letting me get a picture, but I didn't like how you talked to me. Just spitballing here, but that could have worked. But he goes, so do you want to go up there and talk to her? And I was like, I'll talk to her, but what I need to go up there for? I was like, she got the problem with me. Why she ain't coming down here? And he was like, yeah, you're right. So we waited. He gets another text saying, hey, and he asked me, hey, do you just want to go up there and get it over with? I said, no, I don't want to go up there and get it over with because I'm not the one with the problem. Again, I'm getting mad all over again. I was like, I'm not the one with the problem, so why am I going to her? She has the problem. I was like, if you want to go up there, just say you want to go up there and we'll go up there. And he was like, yeah, let's just go. And I was like, all right, fine. So we go up there. He knocks on the door and we wait. He texts his friend. He's like, hey, we out here. And we wait. So he calls his friend. He goes, and his friend picks up, hey, we out here. And he goes, oh, okay. So she comes and opens the door, and she goes, y'all go, literally just like this, y'all gonna have to wait because we ain't ready, and slams the door. So at that moment, the switch flipped. And I said, Will, let's go. I was smiling. I said, Will, let's go. Come on, let's go. I need to leave. Let's go. Yes. And then it went from this to, I was crying. Like, not crying because I was sad, not crying because I felt punked, but crying because I saw myself killing her, saw myself murdering her, saw myself drowning her in that tub, in that, yes, I did. I really did. Because when I can go 0 to prison very fast, which is why I like to say, I pride myself on saying I don't get mad. I get upset, I may get agitated, I may get frustrated, but there's very few people who can make me mad, and there's almost close to none. Like, I could count on my hand, how many people who have actually seen me mad. And my boyfriend, he has never seen me mad, and I don't want him to ever see me mad, because that's the side that I don't even like on myself. So, I remember this one time in high school, I got into a fight, right? My mama don't even know this part. And this is a story time, but I beat this girl in the face with my salad. I did. I sure did. And that's what happens when you mess with the quiet girl. The girl who eats lunch and minds her business and reads her book. That's what happens when you mess with people like that. They'll tear you up. They'll skin your hide and they will walk you like a dog. That's me, I'm she, the Aquarius. Anyways, so dang, this long, 30 minutes. Yeah, I said, yeah, I said, well, come on, let's go. I said, let's go. And I was like, whew. I was like, there were so many tears in my eyes. And he like went to hug me. And I was like, I don't want to hug right now. Like in my head, I was like, this is really sweet because maybe this is what I need. But at that time, I didn't think I wanted a hug. Like, I was pissed off. I wanted to punch her face. I really wanted to drag her. I really did. I was like, dang, bro. I was like, I ain't never been so disrespected in my life, bruh. Like, ever in my life. So we go downstairs, we get in the car, and he asked me again, he's like, are you okay? And I turned to him and I said, you know I'm not no punk, right? And he was like, yeah, I know, babe. I was like, okay, I just want you to know that. And he was like, if it comes down to it, I'll let you do whatever you have to do. I said, I appreciate it. So he says, I said, so what we waiting on? He said, I just want to wait one more time, see if they when they come down to see if they want to talk. I said, okay. So they came down. He said, all right, they coming, you want to get out? I said, no, I'm not getting out the car. I said, I'm not getting out the car. He said, you want them to come in? I said, no, they ain't getting in the car either. They could stand there and we could talk through this window. All three of y'all could stand right there and we could talk through this window. I'm still sitting in this passenger seat because I'm not inconveniencing myself for this little rude girl, not now more again. Not now more again. Not now more again. Now, if I get out this car, I'm running towards her and listen, like, I'm glad I kept my seatbelt on. The blood of Jesus. That's all I got to say, okay? Anyways, so apparently she was popping off at the mouth about something, and I'm still sitting there. She like, you want to talk, but you're not saying anything to me. She yelling at her man. She yelling at my man, and he comes back to the car and he goes, she said the trip is over. I said, bet. So his friend comes over and he goes, I'm sorry. And I'm like, He goes, I'm really sorry. I said, But in my head, I'm like, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry that she acting the way she acted. I'm sorry that she was raised the way that she was raised. Because clearly she needed a few whoopings that she ain't got. So I'm sorry that I couldn't drag her like I wanted to. I'm also sorry that my man's had to take the days off. This is his vacation and y'all stressing him. Like, that's what I'm sorry about. I ain't even worried about y'all. I could care less about y'all. So he gets in his car, my man gets in, and I was like, what you wanna do? You wanna go back home? He said, no, we got this rental. I took these days off, we finna go back up the road. And I said, bet, put the GPS in, we finna go find something to eat, and we carried ourselves on down the road. So, with that being said, I texted her after we got home. Child, my camera, I guess he was tired because the big homie overheated. So let me see where I left off. A week and a half after we got back, I decided that I would text her and you know what? Let me read the message because I don't want to lie. And I said, now that I'm officially back in town and my relaxation time is over, if you want to talk, I'm ready. I'll even come to you. I will say this. You slamming a door in my face purposely was and is the last time you're gonna disrespect me. That being said, when you're ready to talk about whatever issue it is you had or have with me, let me know. Respectfully. Y'all see that? You see this? Let me see. That's how you handle conflict. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and germs. Ladies and jigaboos. Okay? So, I'm saying all this to say, or I'm saying all this to ask, how do you think I handled that situation? How would you have handled that situation? Would you, if you were in my shoes, would you have handled it differently 100%? Would you have handled it differently 50%? Or would you have handled it the same way I handled it? Also, what's your sign? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Love y'all. Later.